Welcome to English Sound, the podcast that helps you improve your English listening skills while also giving you practical tools to study better, stay focused, and make the most out of your time. Every episode is designed to help you learn something useful while at the same time training your ear to understand English more naturally. So you're improving two skills at once: your productivity and your listening. Now today, we're talking about something very important, something that can completely change the way you feel throughout the day: how to start your morning in a productive way. Think about this for a moment. How do you usually start your day? Do you hit the snooze button 3 times, check your phone immediately, scroll through social media, maybe rush to get dressed, and then feel like you're already behind? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Most people start their mornings in exactly that way, but here's the truth: the way you begin your day shapes everything that comes after. If the first hour of your day is chaotic and stressful, it's very likely the rest of your day will feel the same. But if the first hour is calm, intentional, and focused, your entire day takes on that same energy. That's why successful students, athletes, and professionals almost always have some kind of morning routine. And when I say routine, I don't mean a complicated 2-hour process that only rich or famous people can do. I'm talking about a simple set of habits, maybe just 20 or 30 minutes, that prepare your mind and body for the day ahead. So let's think about what makes a morning routine powerful. First, consistency. Waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps your body's internal clock, what scientists call the circadian rhythm, stay balanced. When your body knows when to wake up, you feel more alert, and you don't need to drag yourself out of bed. Imagine a student who wakes up one day at 7 a.m., the next day at 11 a.m., and then the day after that at 9:30. Their body never knows what to expect, so they always feel tired. Compare that to someone who wakes up at 7:30 every single day. Over time, they actually wake up naturally before the alarm, because their body is in rhythm. So, step 1 of a productive morning: pick a wake-up time and stick with it. The second key is hydration and movement. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated. Most people reach for coffee immediately, but even before caffeine, what your body really needs is water. A single glass of water in the morning does wonders for your energy and focus. And combine that with just 2 or 3 minutes of stretching, or maybe a quick walk around your room, and you've already activated your circulation. Picture this: one student rolls out of bed, slumps into a chair, grabs their phone, and scrolls for 20 minutes. Another student wakes up, drinks a big glass of water, stretches for a couple minutes, and takes a few deep breaths by the window. Who do you think will feel more awake and ready to learn? Exactly. It's about sending the right signals to your brain and body. The third step is to protect your attention. And this is huge. The way most of us destroy our productivity is by checking our phones first thing in the morning. The second you open Instagram, TikTok, or email, you're letting other people's priorities, other people's thoughts, and other people's problems take over your brain. You lose control before you've even had the chance to decide what matters to you. Think about it. If the very first thing you read is a negative comment, or stressful news, or a message from someone asking you to do something, your mind starts the day reacting, not creating. So, for at least the first 15 minutes of your morning, try to stay away from your phone. Instead, give those first minutes to yourself. Now, once you've hydrated, stretched, and protected your attention, the next step is to set your direction for the day. This doesn't mean writing a giant to-do list with 20 things you'll never finish. That only creates guilt and stress. Instead, focus on your top 2 or 3 priorities. Ask yourself, if I only finish 3 things today, Which ones would make me feel like it was a successful day? Write those down. That's it. Keep it short. A long list feels heavy, but a short list gives you clarity. This small act of planning gives your day structure and reduces decision fatigue later. Instead of wasting time thinking, what should I do next? You already know. And finally, to seal the routine, do one short focus activity. It doesn't have to be long. It could be 10 minutes of reading, journaling, or reviewing notes for class. What matters is not the exact activity, but the message it sends to your brain. We are starting the day with focus. It's like warming up before exercise. Imagine a musician tuning their instrument before a concert. That's what this activity does for your brain. It tunes you into focus mode. Let me paint you a clear example. Imagine two students. Student A wakes up, grabs the phone, spends 20 minutes scrolling, then rushes to class, and by the time they sit down, their mind is full of random noise. Student B wakes up, drinks water, stretches, avoids the phone, writes down 3 tasks, and reads for 10 minutes. By the time they sit in class, their brain is calm, sharp, and ready. Both students had the same number of hours in their morning, but their experiences are completely different. Which student would you rather be? Now, here's a simple routine you could try tomorrow. Wake up at a set time. Drink water. Stretch or move your body for 2 or 3 minutes. Avoid your phone for at least 15 minutes. Write down your 3 priorities for the day. Then spend 10 minutes reading or journaling. That's it. You don't need a 2-hour ritual. In fact, trying to make it too complicated often backfires because it feels overwhelming. Keep it simple, keep it short, and focus on consistency. And let's also talk about the mental side. Many people think motivation comes first, then action. But often it's the opposite. Action creates motivation. When you follow a morning routine, even a small one, you start the day with a sense of progress. You've already achieved something. That feeling carries into your classes, your work, and your tasks. It's like giving yourself a small win at the start of every day. And those small wins add up. Another point to remember, your morning actually begins the night before. If you go to bed at 2 a.m., of course waking up early feels impossible. So, think about your evening routine too. Set yourself up for success by preparing. For example, lay out your clothes, tidy your study desk, maybe even write down your tasks for the next day. That way, when you wake up, you don't waste energy on small decisions. It's easier to step right into your routine. Now you might be thinking, what if I don't have time in the morning? What if I have to rush to school or work? The answer is, even 5 minutes is better than 0. Don't think of it as all or nothing. If you only have 5 minutes, you can still drink water, stretch for 1 minute, and write down one priority. That's enough to send a signal of focus. Over time, as your schedule allows, you can add more steps. The goal is progress, not perfection. Let's look at the science for a moment. Research shows that people who practice consistent morning routines experience lower stress, better focus, and even stronger memory. For students, that means better concentration in lectures and better recall during exams. For workers, it means fewer mistakes and more efficiency. Your brain loves routine because it reduces uncertainty. When your brain knows what to expect, it spends less energy deciding and more energy doing. And think about the emotional benefit. Starting the day with intention gives you confidence. Instead of feeling like life is happening to you, you feel like you are leading your life. That shift in mindset is powerful. It builds resilience. Because even if the rest of the day becomes messy, you've already won the morning. And as the saying goes, win the morning, win the day. So, as you think about creating your own morning routine, remember 3 things. First, keep it simple. Second, focus on consistency, not perfection. And third, make it personal. Don't just copy someone else's routine from YouTube or Instagram. Test different activities and see what makes you feel good. Maybe you love journaling. Maybe you hate it. That's fine. Choose what works for you. The point is not to follow a strict rulebook, but to build a habit that prepares your mind and body every day. Let's wrap this up with one final thought. Your morning is like the foundation of a building. If the foundation is strong, the building stands tall. If the foundation is weak, the whole structure shakes. Don't underestimate those first few minutes of the day. They are your foundation. And when you start strong, everything else becomes easier. So tomorrow morning, don't just wake up and drift into the day. Wake up with intention. Drink water. Move your body. Protect your attention. Set your priorities. Do one focus activity. Start simple, stay consistent, and watch how your days begin to change. Over weeks and months, these small habits will transform not just your mornings, but your entire life. That's it for today's episode of Focus and Grow. Remember, small changes every day create big results over time. Keep learning, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next episode.